You see it up here? Let me see if I can see it without my sunglasses. Yeah, there it is. Alright, this is achromatic here. Does the phone get it? Is the phone getting this? Makes me wonder. I didn't look at any of my other homework. Today's election day. I got an ionosphere, an ionics thruster coming off of the fence over there, and it's being remote controlled like a compression and rarefaction. Okay, it's RC, and now I have a nanometer differential. I can't see if it's on the phone or not. I really can't see it. But right here there's the power line. About right there. We're a little bit after max power. It's almost 1,300 hours. I think it's about 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty close to like 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I should ask this dude if he could see that. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, quick question. Can you see the rainbow in the sky up there? You have to look further. It's not up at the sun. It's over. It's disappearing pretty quick. This direction. If you're looking where my finger's at, a little bit down to your right, to your right, to your right. Up. It's like turning pink, blue. Sort of. You can see it a little bit. Not really, but it's sort of. It's disappeared. Yeah, it's called the color of that rainbow. It's called achromatic. It's not chromatic like a normal rainbow or monochrome. It's called achromatic. It's just I was just wondering if what was causing it to happen in the sky. There's another one over there too. Yeah, your cell phone will probably get it. If you had sunglasses, you can probably see it real easy when you block out the ultraviolet light. Yeah, it's disappeared. It's up here though. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I don't even know if the cell phone's picking this up. I can't see. The phone's too dim. But there's some like right there where the phone's at, and right above my power line here. Should be about right there. Very dim. The light intensity is pretty dim for the communication. Free Wi-Fi, man. What's going on the north end of the sun here? Hey, what are you guys doing up here? Coming to say hello. Hello, how are you? Hi. All right, let's put the glasses back on here. Yeah, let's just figure out what I'm gonna talk about. I wonder what's going on over there. I had to bring the carpet outside too. Okay, this carpet, it sits in there in the house, and I have the copper wires and gas lines, and probably a little bit of R13 or not R. What electricians? What is the gauge of the wire? 12 gauge, 10 gauge, somewhere around there in the wire. Well, on the floor, the carpet sits there, and it's right in front of the register for the Hikima bulb. We're not going to go into that though. What I'm going to go into is I was doing some thinking. I seen a quote by Nikola Tesla. It's in his book called The Wizard. And one of his quotes that are very important to read. If you go through that book, The Wizard, there's quotes in there. And one of the most important quotes he stated was when he discovered radio control, radio control, remote control, RC. He said this is a system faster and more powerful than lightning. And how did he think it makes me wonder how he discovered this. And what got me thinking was there was the big incident that is saved within the United States patent offices about when Marconi come out with the radio, got the credit for the patent of the radio. He had already discovered this, and what happened was Marconi most likely changed a harmonic of the electricity that would flow through and propagate out, what we call bandwidth. Okay, and most likely that was it. Change something. But for him not to release that, he knew of this, and he knew how the amplitude was working and how there's the frequency modulations and the amplitude modulations that you insert into this. And he knew of this, but he never released it. He never continued working on this out of all his 400 patents. And it just made me wonder why. Why did he consider this unsafe? And then he had the backing of J.P. Morgan to continue working, and Westinghouse and all these guys keep working. Plus he had his own, he didn't even need the backing any longer, if I'm not mistaken. He had the contracts for the AC motor where he was receiving royalties from that, and he made a deal with Westinghouse for every horsepower sold or something. He wanted 10 cents. So, like, he didn't even need the backing from anyone. He had all this money himself. And something with J.P. Morgan to fund his, we're going to send pictures and even videos of people, he said. We'll be able to even send not only our voices, but pictures. So what was he working on? Listen to the bird here. Did you hear it? Listen to how loud that got. Oh, God. Yeah, this one's going to go around the plan here because everybody likes hearing about history, don't they? And why, I was thinking, why was it so unsafe? And then he discovered remote control. Remember the little boat he had, and he was able to remote control the boat. And how did he discover that? And how did he know it's faster than lightning? Because they say lightning, okay, we create a spark plug for our engine, lightning. And he said it was faster than lightning. How did he discover this? And then you have to look into the radio signals, and you got transverse, longitudinal, and compression and rarefaction. These three main areas of transversing, transienting, and propagation. Because it all does the same thing. He took the wires, was able to take the wires and make them wireless. He kind of figured out everything. And then you look at he did fission. He found he did fission. He figured out how to split an atom or whatever, separate an atom, and he did all this without a computer. How did he figure out remote control though? Because when you have a remote control, they say it's a broadcast band of They say it's a broadcast band of like radio frequency. Like, yeah, we're going to use 44 megahertz or whatever, 44 hertz, and it's going to send an electrical impulse to the transponder. And let's not forget about neurotransmitters. What the hell's a neurotransmitter? Let's not forget about that, because that's the size of an atom, isn't it? Like, come on, neuroscientists, what's a neurotransmitter? Okay, now he was able. Mr. Tesla was able to figure out that this property. Where did it come from? And with all the public information that you could go through and learn about what a laser is and light amplification is and magnification. What happened that he said, "Whoa, this is faster than lightning"? Because he had to figure this one out pretty, like, whoa, what happened? Well, all this charge started to pick up. He's opening and closing switches, light bulbs all day. And his charge all of a sudden would just fill up in the atmosphere and it take off, wouldn't it? Holy shit, Batman. It's like Men in Black movie, that little white dot that was released in the building. Don't ever touch that thing, said fucking K or J, whatever he was. And it just went ding, 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 this like form of high energy light that's in a human brain. Yes, that's in our human brain. That little dot that's ding, 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 all over the place. It's in the brain. They won't tell you that in the movie, though. It's in the brain. Some call it high energy light. Some call it very high energy light. But it's remote controllable because what is it? They say the Earth is a sphere. Right? Well, if it's flat, does it still have a sphere around it? Come on, guys. It doesn't matter what you say. Is it spherical or is it's flat? Whatever. You think it's square? Well, you can't see any right angles, can you? I don't care how high up in the sky you go. You do a 360-degree phase. You don't see any right angles, do you? So we're working with a sphere. And they say a sphere is what you call low pressure. Lightning. Hello, how are you? Lightning, low pressure. Just remote. The Earth is remote controllable, isn't it? It's an RC signal, quite literally. Quite literally. The lowest pressure is a sphere, they say. Dude, don't ever fucking interfere with me again. The advancements with remote control right now and messing around with neurotransmitters and prosthetics and smart skins, this is beyond belief. What the hell is occurring? So we're talking flat Earth or round Earth. It doesn't matter what it is. It is a sphere, most likely, because you don't see any right angles when you go up 30,000 feet, 44,000 feet. Even when you go up there 100,000 feet and you have an EF5 tornado, you look around 360 degrees, you don't see one right angle. Not one. And then you gotta question yourself, where's lightning come from? And we have this sphere of nothing but low pressure. That reoccurs within Mother Nature, doesn't it? That reoccurs. These low pressures, and within the low pressure, which is a sphere, they call it sometimes a bubble. Shh. We got thieves here. I got data mining thieves here. They're after the Tories out of my mouth right now. Because the cell phone's picking this up. And all you have to do is say Tesla. Tesla Society, Tesla Edge. Anything Nikola Tesla, there's a 0 day. How are you guys that follow Tesla and talk about Tesla all the time feeling? Because you guys are fucking 0 days. Your brains are under fucking nothing but surveillance. How do you fucking feel? How do you feel? You guys are so smart, you know all his work, but you can't talk about neurotransmitters and surveillance and fucking fractal antennas in a fucking brain? So fucking smart. We don't want to talk about it because it's worth a fortune, huh? Ukraine will pay big money for it and sell it to Russia. Like in India, they're just fucking flying on our carpet above it. Look at this Jaguar. Where you go? Someone just took off. That sounds pretty quiet. Someone knocked my coffee cup over, for Christ's sakes. Everyone's working on what do you do with a remote controllable ionic thruster? What do I have to create ionospheric thrust? What do I need to create an ionospheric thrust? You could take those lines up there that you see, because that's kind of like the same thing whenever you make an ionic thruster rocket engine. You run current through wire, and it will create a plasmon discharge, and it will create air pressure, static pressure. It's the same thing right there. That's why these lines need fucking buried. Let's talk about remote controls now. Well, it's buried a quarter mile up the street, and I want to know why. Because when that installation was installed, this road opened up, and that's a brand new road up there, and their shit is buried. Who lives up there, and who did live up there? What is the history up there? Somebody had to know a little something about Nikola Tesla and remote control and shit, didn't they? Yeah, we could control the goddamn fucking wind with this. Come on, you guys. I go to 9/11 Memorial up here, too. There's no power lines there. There's no power lines in New York City either for pigeons to recharge on either. And there's a piece of steel sitting up there at that municipal building that they just built a brand new one with new materials, new technologies, and where we have community meetings at. 9/11 Memorial there with a piece of steel from what building? Was it the Twin Tower or was it the Solomon Brothers building? Which one? Which one do you think it was? A lot of people have been asking me, why the fuck do they have a memorial here at Moon for the fucking 9/11? Well, you go up there, you guys. There's names on the bricks up here on the ground. They're on the ground bricks with people who used to live here that died. Number 1 in the airplanes. Number 2 in that building. Maybe that's why. And I got government contractors here all over the place. And the airplane flew right over the city of Pittsburgh, and one crashed here in Pennsylvania in Shanksville. Maybe, but that has no resemblance of why there's a piece of steel there. Because all that steel is supposed to go to China. How the hell did you get a piece of that steel? Do your homework, guys. You got something to look forward to here now. 2001. I was here in 98. And it was different here whenever I moved here. It was different than the city of Pittsburgh. The atmosphere was different. It's something I never paid attention to. I never knew I had this extra sensitivity to electromagnetics. Because I was so ignorant to how a cell phone and radio worked. Boy, I could have come through this place like a goddamn freaking... I probably could have prevented 9/11 if I knew something about the radio and the teachers at school would have taught me. Most likely. That's how I'm a walking antenna, and even more now. Even more now. Let's talk about these spherical pressures. Because the Earth is spherical. And inside the Earth we have called electrical impulses. And it's called lightning. And apparently that lightning emits radio waves. More electromagnetics. And then after that, as electromagnetics come, you have ionospheric rocket thrusters called wind. We know how this works. Why is everybody all of a sudden... I'm unfamiliar with Dr. Judy Wood. I'm unfamiliar with quantum computers I'm unfamiliar with. Jeez. Today's election day. You think any of these people are familiar with some of the words out of my mouth? Anyways, call the alien crop circle team. We'll change the subject here. We're familiar with aliens, huh? Oh yeah, it's aliens that bend the grass in the field and has a spherical bubble in it. That's an antenna, huh? Yeah, you see them. They show you that. Oh, look at this little bubble on there. And it happens too whenever you super crop plants. Okay, but I never touched this. This happened on its own. But it bent and it's got this nice little. It's going spherical, isn't it? Looks like a gamma. The flowers are turning into a gamma knife from the hospital. We're familiar with gamma knives. You gotta get operated on with a gamma knife. I don't know what the hell they are, but I apparently it sends out electromagnetic beams and gamma radiation, maybe, because it's called a gamma knife. So not all gamma radiation is bad, is it? Like, can you imagine what you see in a gamma knife? It looks like rainbows flying in your face. Because I was outside. You just spit in their faces. Frequencies resonate, internal energy neurologically developing.
Are you ready to go?
Surveillance, state skill, stupidity. Yeah, I'm putting my shoes on now. Talk to you later.